Welcome everyone to the first edition of Spare Change, where myself, Melo, and Alain give you our 2 cents about a topic that we feel very, very strongly about. And we're going to give it to you fresh, right off the cut, like you've never heard it before. And I guess, you have any words before we start off with our first ever Spare Change?
This is not like four quarters. This is not where we debate for four quarters. This is a whole new segment where Melo and I go 1v1 on a topic of our choice, where we discuss what we want without the rebuttal of the other side. Hope you guys enjoy. Today, since it's episode 1 and Melo's the odd one in the group, he goes first on odd numbers, and I will be going first on even numbers since I'm always even keel. So, Melo, bring up your first topic ever on Spare Change, something that's important to you.
Well, with that said, it's something I've kind of alluded to while talking on the four quarter show. So if you want, you can even go back episode 20, 21. I've talked about it. And it's about the state of college, not football, college sports. And this is the time where I think the NCAA needs to stop thinking about themselves and their wallets and think about not even just the athletes, but the students at their school. Because before those guys, women, anyone suits up and becomes an athlete, they are students there. And you're jeopardizing their lives because you want to have, a football game or a basketball game. And I don't think that's fair to them. I think it's kind of unjust, not only to them, but then to the other students who are there, who are trying to get an education, who don't have the privilege of going to school for free. And, I think at one point you have to stop thinking about yourself, the NCAA as a business, and think about the students themselves. Without them, you don't have a school. You don't have a program. You don't have all these great things for your university or college. And I think that's what they need to think about first. So, number one, NCAA basketball, I think, should be canceled. Football, I don't think should have ever started. And with all these different cancellations of games, you've kind of put this season at like a really big asterisk, where Ohio State has made the Big Ten championship by just playing 5 games. And that's not fair. And in their rule book for the Big Ten, it states they need to have at least 6 games played to qualify. And they changed those rules this year because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19. And look at that. Ohio State right now is cruising to a top 4 ranking, only playing 5 games. And it's not fair to other schools as well. So this goes beyond, like it goes with beyond sports. It's the students. There's so many different things. And I don't believe the NCAA should continue on until after this is all said and done, until we have this pandemic somewhat at ease and more under control. So that is my thought and my spare change for today. If you guys have any rebuttals to that, you can go ahead, leave it in the comments below. Or you can at me, bro. I ain't afraid. I'll come at you too.
Will you introduce me? So, now for my topic. Melo, great job. Once again, I cannot rebut. I can't say anything, so whatever he said, he said. My first topic on episode 1 has to do with another injustice in sports. And that is the playoff format for some of these sports leagues that I think is a disservice to the players and to the league and to the fans. This year isn't the only example of it, but this year in the NFL, we have the NFC East that has no winning teams, no team 500 or above, but yet because of the rules, you're going to have a team that makes the playoffs if they win the division. Now, I'm not gonna say it's. Those are the rules right now. So whatever team makes it, and that's the name of the game, and it's fair. But I don't think it's a fair rule moving forward if that does happen. I'm not saying they shouldn't make the playoffs. I don't think they should be I don't think they should be a top 4 or be one of those teams who gets a bye or anything like that, or have home advantage when there might be a wild card team that has a way better record that did way better. I truly believe some of these playoff systems should give you sort of how the NBA does it, but even the NBA has a way where they give the fourth seed just to a division leader, so that even they still have their kind of way of giving division leaders or people who win the division an advantage. But I don't think it's fair if your division is bad. Just like in the NFC East, you have the Giants, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Washington football team. They're all struggling. They're not very good teams. And I think it's a disservice to have one of those teams be one of the top teams to be a high seed just because they're division leaders. I wish they would just break off the divisions. I feel divisions work for it to be a regular way to keep scheduling and rivalries and fun games throughout the year. But I don't think it should determine the seeding in the playoffs. I feel your record is better for that. And then depending on your record, or if there's tiebreakers, maybe that's where you can bring your division in as a tiebreaker, but that team won the division or something like that. Not just be a top 4 team just because of your division. So the NBA and the NFL, MLB should all look into this. Should try to make a new playoff system. I think it's time for some change, and that's what 4 quarters loves. It's when we bring change, and we want to be a part of the change. And I very, very much feel that if an NFC East team does not have a winning record and makes the playoffs after a season like this, where you have some great teams who deserve to make the playoffs, and if one of them doesn't make it, or if one of them is a low seed, I think it's just going to be an injustice, and it won't be fair to all these other teams who are just working hard. So that is my topic. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And once again, what Melo said, if you have any comments or any disagreements, or think you have any to input it, bring it up. Maybe we can actually bring up this on a later episode in 4 quarters, which airs Tuesdays at 8. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then like, share, and subscribe. But also leave a comment and let us know what you think and your opinions on this.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. To not only provide you with change, but, you guys can change our lives just as well. Just like, very soon after we cut off this broadcast, I'm going to change Alain's life by letting him know why the NFC East is not bad.
We can't do this. No,
I'm just saying there's no debate.
That's the rule. You can't do that.
It's after. Don't worry about it.
Nope. So thank you guys for tuning in. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, like you said, guys. Tune in we're going to have something almost every single day. Let us know what you think. We appreciate it. We're here for the criticism. If it's good, if it's bad, we know it's all love and coming from a genuine place.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being a part of the change.
Hope you guys left with a little bit more comments and